I am K. Ravi Kumar. I did my MTech in electrical engineering with specialization in control systems. I belong to 1972 batch. I studied electrical engineering at National Institute of Technology, Trichy, 1970 batch. I joined IIT Madras for post-graduations. My memories are all sweet, and whenever I recall them, I feel very happy. They range from good classmates, good faculty, good professors, good lab equipments, library and auditorium. Not to forget the open air theater where we used to watch movies, and the canteens, which used to serve good food. I was in Narmada and Krishna hostels, and with the Gajendra circle is one thing that I always remember. Whenever I go for walk, even now I stand there for some time and then go. I fondly remember my projects. My project was speed control of slip ring induction motor using SCRs, and it was under Dr. Holz, a German professor, and it was supported by all my other professors. Because it was so short time. I started the third semester itself, and everybody said it is not possible to complete it in 1 year, and every one of them helped me to complete the project. It was a big project for a student, and I really completed it, and it got application immediately when I went to industry. That's what I used to tell. At that time, thyristors and semiconductors were being used, and it was useful immediately when I entered industry. I worked in various, I joined BHL after my post-graduation in IIT. At IIT, the library and labs are well equipped. That's one thing that I always cherish. And teaching was exemplary. And because of the tests, three tests are there. If you can get, yes, we call it at that time, I don't know what you call right now, special distinction, then if you get the best of three is being taken. If you get yes in first two, then it relieves a lot of your problems. I could learn a lot of things during my stay at IIT. As a result, it was easy for me to handle large projects. See, for example, when I entered BHL, I was given a project 3 into 200 and 3 into 500 project at Korba. It was worth about 6,000 crores. And I was an electrical engineer. I was asked to do mechanical engineering. So it was various disciplines were there in that. Actually, we had to lift a ceiling girder of 80 tons to a height of 90 meters. We had to lift a drum of 100 tons to a height of 85 meters. So if you see, a lot of mechanical things had to be done. And civil also was there, and electronics and commissioning, all those things were there. So the knowledge which I gained was big projects I could learn from IIT Madras. Also, it taught me how to do innovation and out-of-box thinking. See, there was a problem when I joined electronics division. BHL took over one company, Remco, in Bangalore. So I was asked to head the design division. At that time, what was there was, I just introduced CMOS. And at that time, nobody was using CMOS semiconductors. And you are not supposed to touch. It was done by National Semiconductor, and it was pin-to-pin compatible with TTL. So when you should not touch the leads, so it was very difficult to establish procedures for production. So we did DAS, data acquisition system, for NALCO and also steel mills. It was a new technology. CMOS was introduced by BHL, by me in particular, in electronics division. So this was possible because, I was handling a lot of ICs in integrated circuits in my MTech. Most of the colleges do not have CMOS integrated circuits at lab. So a variety of chips were available there. So it taught me how to do innovation and out-of-box thinking, compassion to all the people. I was posted in carpet R&D. First, I did the MHD project, magnetohydrodynamic projects along with Soviet Union. And later, I was posted to design, where I was asked to do the data acquisition system and also drives for steel mills. Suddenly, I was posted to Korba, where I had to handle a big thermal project of 3 to 200 megawatt and 3 into 500 megawatt. So it was a varied experience, see, from electronics to mechanical to civil, all those things. So it was possible due to my training in IIT. So I was in R&D, then design, then engineering, then project management, then construction management. Then I was posted suddenly to marketing in Delhi. So I was posted in marketing, and at that time the order book was low. So I had to build customer relations very much. So because of easy accessibility, I was able to meet most of the customers, and I was very successful as a marketing executive. So I was in Delhi, and then I was promoted to board. I was director power, then chairman and managing director of BHEL. I rose from engineer to chairman and managing director in BHEL. I first found that there is need to expand organization. See, the capacity was limited, so they were importing Chinese equipment. So I first saw that we should not import any equipment from China. So I increased the organic capacity, that is thermal manufacturing capacity, from 6,000 megawatt to 20,000 megawatt. So this was my first, this one. So this gives volume of scale. So the cost came down, overheads came down. So we were able to compete with Chinese. Then secondly, I thought we should have a product leadership. So we, whatever is the latest in Siemens and Alstom, we got the thermal sets there. So we were able to say whichever is the best technology we acquired for BHL. So it was easier it gave a technical product leadership as far as the product is concerned. So then, gas turbines was coming. So we had a collaboration with GE for advanced class gas turbines. And there was an SCT for HVDC, and also nuclear sets of 700 and 1000 megawatt was coming from NPCIL. We had an agreement with NPCIL for different technologies and also for reactors. So this was possible because it is, you get exposed to a lot of reading when you are in IIT. Then design to cost, optimized manpower, and buy or make decisions. These are very important as far as any executive is concerned. So this was one thing that I learned. Thirdly, the maintaining cost is one thing very important. So the order book increased to 1,65,000 crores, and that is order backlog, and sales increased to 52,000 crores. So we were 7th in capitalization in the country. And one thing I was sure is that what is required is customer relations. So I used to meet every customer at his office. So I used to go there, and I never used to stay in my office. I used to go to various customers, meet them, and also as for product leadership and cost leadership. And third thing we did was the total solution to the customer. Customer wants a total project. He doesn't want a small equipment and then somebody doing erection, somebody doing commissioning and all that. So we gave EPC solutions to customers. So the order book went up very much actually. Then the company was regarded very well. So we had to attend meetings with ministers, mostly chief ministers, and then chief ministers are they were coming for inauguration. Then for they were chairman of the electricity boards also in most of the states. So we had to interact with the confidence which IIT gave. So I could straight walk into them and see them and meet them also directly. So, and also we had to attend a lot of budget meetings along with the finance minister. And then, at that time, electricity was in short supply. So I was asked to complete the project very fast. So 1,50,000 components are there in the boiler. Each component is manufactured at different place and assembled at site. So, and they have to be sequentially erected. Even if one component is not there, we cannot complete the project. So sequentiality of dispatches and erection was very important. And then labor. See, we had a joint committee where 6 members of parliaments were there in the joint committee. So what happens is when you negotiate with them, we have to keep companies' interest in mind. We can't throw away companies' money because I gave a 14% of the turnover must go to labor. The employee costs. So I had to maintain officer's salary as well as labor and supervisor's salary at that level. So we had to negotiate with them. So it was very difficult because they were all powerful. So the unions were very powerful. So we had to go along with them and explain to them, discuss with them the company's plans, Chinese competition, and how technology can become obsolete and suddenly you'll be out of job. All those things we could do. So these are the things, I did at BHL, and we could bring BHL to 9th in capitalization, beating L&T at that time.